Preparing to live stream the meeting.
Tanisha, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
You really do.
All right, everyone, we are live. Welcome to virtual coffee break. Oh, let me turn my volume down over here so that we're not repeating ourselves. There we go. Can everyone hear me loud and clear?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha and Ask Coach T edition. And you know, we do this every Thursday. We stream live, and I want to welcome all of my amazing champions to our virtual coffee break today. And for those of you that are new to my channel, Lifestyle by Tanisha, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I do new videos. But really, I am here to inspire you to live your best life by sharing my opinions, my ideas through my personal experiences, both in personal and business. And I also do training on how you can get the most out of your network marketing business. The company that I'm with now, I've been with them for almost 5 years. After 2 years, I was able to walk away from my job. And by my 3rd year in the business, I had created a 6-figure residual income and retired my husband as well. And so my forte is really training. I have a gift, I have a knack for training and breaking things down simply so that you can understand. So again, my goal is to inspire you to live your best life through entrepreneurship, specifically in network marketing. But our virtual coffee breaks are going to be about things that we as entrepreneurs deal with on a daily basis. But before I get started, I do want everyone to introduce themselves because I have an amazing team of champions. Right now, I have an organization of over 1,900 business owners worldwide, and they join me. Some of them join me here on Virtual Coffee Break. So I'm going to start off with Louise. I want everyone to, your name, where you're from, and how long have you been in network marketing?
Hello, my name is Louise. I am from Philadelphia, but I currently reside in Dallas, Georgia. I have been in network marketing for 2 years. It's my first time, and I can't say enough about it. And I'm glad that I took the leap and jumped in.
Awesome. Thank you, Louise. Let's go to Alicia.
Hello, my name is Alicia Burton. I'm from Mound Bayou, Mississippi, and I've been in network marketing for 2 years now.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Let's go to Shirley.
Hello, my name's Shirley, and I'm from the UK, and I've been in network marketing for 1 year.
Excellent. Thank you. Let's go to Dina.
Hi, I am Dina. I have been in networking for about a month and 2 days now.
Excellent. Awesome. Let's go to Shamika.
Hello, I am Shamika Long. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I have been a network marketer for 2 years now.
Excellent. Tamika.
Yes, my name is Tamika Piper. I am in Cocoa, Florida, and I have been a network marketer a little over 4 years now.
Excellent. Cassandra.
Hello, I'm Cassandra Clay, and I've been in this business for about 2.5 years.
Excellent, excellent.
And I'm from Atlanta.
Atlanta in the house. Who's that on the OnePlus?
Hi, it's Chevy. Hi. I've been in network marketer for 2 months now, and I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Excellent. Welcome. Sabrina.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Jackson. I've been in network marketing for going on 2 months now. Just hit a little bit over my 30 days.
Excellent. And where are you from, Sabrina?
I am from Wilmington, Delaware, by way of Maryland.
Excellent, excellent. And Lanice.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lenise. I am from Chicago, and I've been in network marketing as a professional, I'm going to say, since for about 8 months now.
Excellent, excellent. So welcome all my champions to this Zoom. So today I actually want to read to you a message that I received from one of our business partners. And I want us to discuss it. I want us to discuss it because I think it's something that a lot of people have experienced in 2020. And so we're going to talk about that. All right. So let me go here. Hi, Mrs. Burke. I am a rep ITA based in the UK. I have recently discovered your training videos on YouTube, and I cannot get enough of them. I first came across them a week ago when I was looking for an explanation of the matrix. I could not believe it. I watched your video, and all of a sudden, it made sense. Then I went to the Jappy video, then the short PI video. And I have just finished the LinkedIn video. Thank you so much for posting these videos. They have already made such a difference to me and how I want to proceed. I watched the onboarding video too. It's genius. I didn't even have an onboarding. I started with the company in October 2019. My sponsor left shortly after, and I muddled along trying to figure things out, with little success, I might add. Then we hit lockdown 1. And I'm not going to lie, I struggled in that first lockdown, and the business was not my priority. Having said that, I had faith in the business, and there was no way I was going to leave. So I made the decision to spend the lockdown educating myself. I read, watched videos, listened to podcasts, etc., and worked on personal development. Then in December 2020, I signed up my first business partner. I thought the tide had turned for me. He is now 1 away from gold, and I still have just him. I am desperate to make this work and prepared to do whatever it takes. I have been using the scripts from the Jappy video this week. I've had a lot of responses, but no sign up as of yet, but I will carry on. I am also going to look at LinkedIn as now. I use only Facebook. Mrs. Burke, I know you are extremely busy and very generous with your time when doing the videos, and I am now looking to you as a mentor from afar as I intend to build my business using your guidance from the videos. Any tips I pick up along the way? Awesome, awesome. So I love that video because I know so many people, including myself, struggled when the pandemic hit. And for a while, it knocked me off my game. So I want to talk about that. How many of you struggled with your business in 2020? And I want to know, how long did it knock you off of your game, and how long did it take you to get focused back? Who wants to open up with that?
I'll start off.
Okay, Alicia.
So it took me 2 weeks, literally. And simply because when you are set in that mind frame of getting up, having to go to a 9 to 5, and so that's where my mind frame was, so that when I didn't have to get up and go to that 9 to 5 and we was inside of the house now, my body was just relaxing and staying in bed. But somewhere along the line, I just snapped back in place. I snapped back in, and I was like, if it's up to me, I have to get up and do it. And so that's my mind frame. And so you have to just motivate yourself within and know that no one is going to give it to you but yourself. Mm-hmm. And so, I get up every day now, even when we don't have to go to work, and I'm continuously doing that.
Okay, so your struggle was mainly, okay, I have this time to work my business, but I'm really enjoying sleeping in and that sort of thing. Yeah, and I get that. And it's, what the funny thing is, when you have to work a job and work your business, do you realize that you're going to be more productive the busier you are with other things? Because then you find those pockets of time. It might be like your 1 hour lunch break, and you're like, "Ooh, for this 1 hour, I can work my home-based business." And you get so much done in that 1 hour, but let the weekend come. You ain't got to work. Right? Technically on the weekend, you got 48 hours to work your business and you seem like you don't get anything done, right? Because you have too much time. So I can definitely see and appreciate what you're saying, Alicia, how now that you're home and you have all this time to work your business, you weren't as productive as you could have been initially. So that's good. Who else wants to speak on this and how the lockdown affected them with their business?
I'll speak on that.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go to Shamika and then Louise.
Actually, it was the complete opposite for me. I was already struggling before COVID. So actually, COVID was my wake-up call. I started a new full-time job. It was just like a light clicked off in me or whatever. And I had just my baby. I just had a baby. So it was just like, Shamika, it's go time. It's time for you to do something different. I mean, COVID just really woke me up. And actually my business started to pick up once I started plugging in more. Once I started receiving coaching sessions, once I started plugging myself in, just educating myself on my own business and not looking for the next person to tell me about it. I was doing my own research and my business picked up tremendously. I went bronze and then the rest is history. So COVID 2020 was Shamika's wake up call and it was everything.
Mm-hmm.
Changed
and
my
I
mind.
like that. Yes. And just like our, the letter stated, this person, they use that time, that lockdown time to educate themselves, right? Normally, if you have a job, you're limited to how much time you can put into your business. But 2020 gave people a ton of time. You could no longer use, "I don't have enough time" as an excuse. So if you didn't do it, the reason was never time. It was just pure laziness. You just didn't want to do it and you were using not enough time as an excuse. Would y'all agree with that? Right? Everybody had time in 2020. So all the books that you said you didn't have time to read, you could have read them all. Right? All the training sessions, all the videos, all of that stuff. And so I love how the business partner that sent me the letter said, at first the lockdown just kind of paralyzed her. Because can I tell y'all, when February hit and this whole thing came out, I was paralyzed in fear. I'm telling my story. I was scared. I thought this was it. I'm going to die. My family's going to die. That because that's the way it was presented. And I allowed watching the news and all of that to really take over my emotion. And I wasn't doing any critical thinking. I was just absorbing everything the news was saying. And I was paralyzed. And I became obsessed with trying to learn what the heck is going on. Are we really gonna die? What's going on? Okay, I hear what they're saying, but what are they not saying? And then I started to, once I really saw what was really going on, I kind of took the notion of, I can't control what they doing out there. All I can really control is what's going on in my household. And so for a long time, a lot longer than 2 weeks, I became obsessed with researching everything that was going on. And then I got to the point where it was so it like consumed me. And I was like, I have to get back focused on the business because I have people that are dependent on me. It's not about me. And if they see me get knocked off of my game during the pandemic, guess what they're gonna do? Fall off, right? And that is actually how virtual coffee breaks started. You all saved my life and you don't even know it. It was because of all of you that I started Virtual Coffee Break to get me out of the obsession I was having with the pandemic and to get back focused on the business. And so that's my story of how it all affected me and how I got out of it. But I want to hear from some of you. Who else wants to speak on this? Louise, that's right.
Yes, 2020 for me, going in first, I was so happy. I was so passionate about what I was doing. Toward the middle, I was like, okay, all right. Some of that passion that I had was dimming. Toward the end, I was totally like, I'm over 2020, and it reflected in my business because I stopped personally developing myself because I just became almost functionally depressed because you're just in the house, and I just felt like everything was routine and I made it not fun anymore. So therefore it reflected not only on me but on my business partners because I now was not being the leader that they needed me to be. And so I lost some, I gained some. And but for me, what 2020 ended up really being was a personal journey on what type of leader am I going to be? What type of person am I going to be? And I took inventory that I really have to put a handle on this, and I can't help others if I'm not helping myself. So I had to do some self-care and some self-inventory so that I can go back and really help those that are being sent to me and that are attracted to me. And, because then I started attracting the wrong kind of people because of what I was reflecting. So I had to learn that in order to attract what I want, I have to be that. So it was a wake up call for me in that sense that you want it, you got to be it first.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you mentioned that. You attract who you are. You attract who you are. So if your education in your business is subpar, you're going to attract subpar people. If you're being lazy with your business, guess what you're going to attract? Lazy people to your business, right? So that personal development is key. And plugging in, I always say plugging, it's literally plugging in. If you unplug your TV, does it work? Nope. If you unplug from the training and meetings and stuff that your company has, your business is not going to work. Because where are you going to learn? How are you going to grow? Right? That is so key, that plug-in part. Just like me plugging into all of you saved me from, my numbers plummeting, right? Because it gave me something to focus on, and you guys gave me energy. You guys gave me my passion. You became a sort of like a distraction from the pandemic. And that's what I needed, right? We needed to use the business as a distraction from everything else that was going on. Who else wants to speak on this?
I'll go.
Lanice and then Lakeitha.
Okay. So for me, coming into this business in the summer of the pandemic, I already was struggling with my traditional business as far as time management, because when you work from home, one thing is for sure, like you control your schedule, but when everyone's home, it gets a little tougher. So even though you may have more time, that time management becomes more important because everyone's home. So it took me a little bit to kind of adjust with my business, my traditional business, now my new network marketing business, and then everyone else's schedule. But I think what kind of helped me a lot, in addition to staying connected with everyone, was also being challenged by certain boot camps that were out. That kind of kept me like with a daily task to do. And so even if I didn't really know what to do, I knew that I would get an assignment. I knew I would get a task for that day. And that kind of helped me with time management, because I knew I needed to make time to do that. And so I think that it's important to, even without a boot camp put in place, put something on your calendar that you make sure you do every day. and that'll kind of keep you moving as far as your business is concerned during times like this.
Absolutely. I agree with you. That goes back to the training we did on DMO, daily method of operation. So, and I will put the link to that training video in the comments so that if you haven't seen that video, you can go back and watch it. But your daily method of operation is your daily task for the day, right? Just like with your traditional job, when you clock in, there's certain things that you know you need to get done before you can clock out for the day, right? So you have to treat your business the same way you treat your job in that sense. You need to have a list of tasks that you are going to complete before you lay your head down that night, right? We did a one-on-one the other day, right, Lanice? And the task I gave her, every day we have a webinar, right? Everyone should know that every day of the week there is some type of business presentation that's being done in a business. And no matter, most network marketing companies have some type of business presentation, especially because of the pandemic. Everybody's doing Zoom presentations, right? So the goal, the daily task, one of her daily methods of operation is, I need you to get at least one guest on that presentation every day of the week. So by the end of the week, you should have 7 new people that you have exposed to the business that should turn into 3-way calls, right? Just one. And so she may have to talk to 10 people. She may have to talk to 20 people. It really depends on her network of people. Are they the high hanging fruit or the low hanging fruit, right? But it gave her direction of what she needs to do. So just like, the person that sent me the letter, having if they had a list of things that they needed to complete, even myself, I had a list of things that I was doing, but the pandemic still knocked me off my game because it was so shocking. Like I felt like I was in a twilight zone. Like, wait, what? You tell me we got to be in a house and people can die? And you understand what I'm saying? Like I just let it get the best of me. And so not sticking to my DMO really knocked me off of my game. And if I would have stayed true to the DMO, I wouldn't have been off the wagon for as long as I was, if that makes sense to everyone. Lakitha.
Okay, sorry, just got a new iPad and I was trying to figure out how to work this.
Team Apple. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, definitely for me, the pandemic was a wake-up call with me as far as prioritizing what was important in my life. As during that time with my employer, the stress of the pandemic just accelerated to a whole nother level. And with me being new coming into the business, I quickly saw that the business was definitely the way to go for me, because I was at a crossroads where I had to choose. If I continue to do both, with everything that was going on with my employer and my health, my business was not going to be a priority. And with my health just increasingly getting worse, I just decided it was time for me to take an early retirement from my employer so that I could focus on my health and so that I could focus on my business, because I know that the business would eventually financially take care of my family. And that was the best decision I could have ever made, because it's a journey that has helped me learn a lot about myself. I'm going through a journey with my health, which I'm happy to say, ultimately, because I wanted to be the best version of myself and just be the best leader, be the best business partner for my teammates, and just be the best that I could be and offer the best that I could be. It's a journey that has placed me on recovery, where I'm receiving holistic health to help myself just improve my health overall, working with the trainer as far as exercising and my eating, my diet plan, just to become healthy so I could be the best version of myself. And so had it not been for the pandemic, I can't say that I would be on this same journey today.
I agree. I agree. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad you are on the road to optimal health. And I pray that you continue to have that. But yeah, 2020 vision. Isn't it funny how God made 2020 the year that really meant 2020, right? It gave people clarity and that's why I said this early on in the pandemic, that the pandemic is more of a blessing than a curse. It is more of a blessing because it really helped a lot of people. It gave us an opportunity to slow the heck down, right? Before the pandemic, we're just running, right? We're up early, we go to work, and we're doing all this crazy stuff at work. You come home, you're trying to get the family together, right? And then you just pass out to sleep, and then you do it all over again, right? The pandemic gave people a chance to, what does it say? Peace, be still. It gave us a chance to be still and to reflect and say, what the heck are you doing? What's important and what's not? Where have you placed priority that it shouldn't be? And a lot of people were placing priority in their job. And 2020 showed them that is not where your priority is supposed to be. Yes, you need to earn a living. Yes, you need to be able to pay the bills, but that is not priority. 2020 showed us that. Had it not been for the pandemic, none of us would have known that. So many people made their job priority. I remember when my son was in, I think it was the third or fourth, I think it was in the second or third grade. Might have even been kindergarten or first grade. He was getting an award at school. I was conflicted. Do I leave work, right, and burn up that vacation time to go see my son get the award? Or do I stay at work because, at some point he's going to be sick or whatever, and I'm going to need to take off to be home with him? We should, as parents, we shouldn't have to make that decision. Family first, period. Family first. I called my husband in tears saying, I don't know what to do. He said, go to the school, because if you don't, you'll regret it. And I went. And I made a decision that day. I would never, ever put this job before my family. 2020 showed us that. So it's like if you went into 2021 way, and then you went into 2021 the same way, you missed the whole reason the pandemic hit. You missed it. You should be, I'm not going to say a totally different person, because then I would be saying that you were a horrible person before the pandemic, but there should be a whole list of changes that you've made from 2020 going into 2021, right? Just like, the letter that I received, those are new habits that now were created as a result of the pandemic, right? Reading more, podcasts, right? Training, personal development, plugging in. Those are things that should have been done all along, but as a result of the pandemic, it caused now this person has those habits. Hopefully they're habits, right? They're keeping it up, right? And as the rest of the world opens up, hopefully those things don't change. They continue to be a part of your DMO, your daily method of operation. Who else wants to speak on this?
I would like to speak. Am I on it?
Yes, Miss Piper.
2020 for me, it changed a lot of things. It actually, I know I've heard other people say it woke them up, but it really did wake me up to a lot of things about managing my time, right? And about just saying I want things and not actually doing it, right? So now I have all this time, a lot of stuff that I can be doing, and my health actually became very important to me in 2020. It was always important, but I actually took action, put steps into doing that. So I know a lot of people, really complain about 2020 or it wasn't so good, but 2020 was a real good year for me. I got to, I started working on my health. I started being better with managing my time and realizing what I want to do in my business, and realizing that definitely you have to put the action into what you're doing, right? You can't just say that you want something. And a lot of times we say we want things, but we don't do it. And I think that was the thing. It really made me realize that a lot of times people complain about things, but they just want to complain. They don't want to do something to change it. So I want to make sure that I'm not that person. And that's what 2020 showed me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I agree. Anybody else want to speak on this? Chevy?
Tanisha, I wanted to say something. This is Cassandra.
Okay, Cassandra, and then Chevy.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, well, she ready? She can go ahead if she's ready.
No, I can wait. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. But what I was going to say is that 2020 was very, very, very good for me, included with my business. It allowed me to, I came in as a silver builder in 2022, and now I'm gold plus on my way to 2020, not very far from it. And it was all because I got focused. I just got, I'm like what she was saying before, just want to complain. But then my husband was like, "You complaining, but what are you doing about it?" So it really made me focus a lot more, and saying, "You know what? Just forget it. Let me just go for it." And once I did that, things started to happen. Things started to change, and I started seeing a difference in my bank account. So it's been awesome for me. I don't regret not one thing that happened, because it pushed me to another level, and it also helped me with my personal development. It was just awesome. The things that I could accomplish, the things that I thought I didn't know, I really knew more than I thought I did about the business. So it was awesome. It was just awesome. And even in 2021, it's starting off on a good note. So I just bless God for that.
Excellent. Excellent. The Power of Focus. That's a book, y'all. Go get it. The Power of Focus. When you focus on what you want, you will achieve that goal. When you focus on what you want, you will achieve the goal. The problem with most people, they can't even explain to you what they want. And that's the truth. I've had several people. I was actually doing a three-way call and with someone yesterday, and I asked them, I said, "Are you looking for, supplemental income or life-changing income?" And she was like, "Life-changing income." I said, "Okay, how much is life-changing income for you?" She couldn't give me an answer. Guess what? You're never going to get it. The universe don't know how to give it to you because you haven't made it clear about what you wanted. You got to be specific. You got to know what you want. Until you know exactly what you want, you will never have it. You can't say, "I want to be financially free," and not know what that number, what does financially free mean to you? What does that look like? How much income a month is financially free for you? You can't say, let me ask y'all this. By show of hands, how many people want to be debt free? So my question is, do you know exactly how much you have in debt? I'm talking about including the house, the car note, the stuff on your credit, right? You got to know what that amount is for you, or else you'll never become debt free. It'll never happen, right? So when you focus on what you want, that means you intimately understand. I'm stop saying understand. Understand, meaning you have a deep inner understanding of what it is you want and what is involved in that. For example, I always ask people, if you had unlimited income and unlimited time, where would you want to live? You know how many people don't even know where they want to live? Right? I had someone the other day, I was doing a one-on-one coaching, and this person said that they wanted a condo. You know, they wanted to move out of the trailer. You know, they have a trailer that they have now, beautiful trailer, but that they would want to have a condo on the beach somewhere. I said, okay, all right, that's a good goal. Where? I don't know. They hadn't even taken the time to even think about it. Guess what? You're never going to have a condo, and you can't even identify where you want the condo. Right? So I called the plater. I need you to go online and start researching where, right? Get with a realtor, go look at some condo communities. You got to know where you want to be, or else you will end up staying exactly where you are. So when we say focus, it's having an intimate understanding of whatever that thing is that you're focusing on. If you're focusing on debt-free, you need to have all your numbers in line on paper, so you know what those numbers look like. Debt-free, you need to have all your debt written out. I know we don't want to see it. I get it. You like, no, I don't want to see it. How many of y'all like me back in the day when the mail came, you ain't open it? You like, it's just a bill. I don't need to see that. I ain't got the money, so why I need to look at it?
Okay.
I know I ain't the only one. Y'all, that was horrible of us. Open that dang bill. Look at it. Because if you don't have it in front of you, it's going to always be there. You'll never tackle it because you basically out of sight, out of mind. No, that bill going to still come. Final notice, second notice, third notice. And it's not until we started opening those bills and say, okay, now the pile's like this. Okay, I need to do something about this. But until then, until you really looked at it, you ain't do nothing different to get rid of it. Focus. You have to focus on what you want, and then you'll start to do the things that are necessary to accomplish the goal. Chevy?
Hi, everybody. My thing in 2020 was a personal deal breaker for me. I realized how much resiliency I have within myself, and I stopped wasting time. And I got rid of negative people that held me back. And it seemed like since then, like our director says, being focused is the main point for me. You know, I try my best, you know, because I like my peace of mind, and I like how my life is moving forward. And those are the main important for me, you know, moving forward and being focused and knowing that life is going to happen, but I'm still able to conquer, you know, and make it. So that's it. That's how 2020.
Absolutely. Negative Ned and negative Nancy. Ooh. Listen, you cannot move forward to what you're trying to do in your life if you keep listening to the negative this. And unfortunately, some of y'all are living with negative Ned and negative Nancy. Y'all sleep next to them every night, unfortunately. You got to deal with that. You got to handle it. You can't ignore it. It's not like, oh, that's my uncle that lives in a negative in another state and he has a negative attitude towards my business. You ain't got to talk to that uncle who lives 3 states away. But the negative Ned and negative Nancy that live in your household under your roof that you might be sleeping with, you got to address that if you want to move forward and win at a high level in your business. And it has nothing to do with changing their mind about the business. No, they are entitled to their opinion about your business. But what you have to get them to do is to respect your business and respect your decision to be in the business. So it's not about changing their mind, but it's about having them respect it. And guess what? You got to command that respect. And if you are focused on your business and they see that, then they will respect your business. But if in the morning you laying in the bed listening to the IMV, are they going to respect the business? No, because you don't even respect your business enough to get up, get dressed, shower, and be at your desk to be on a business call. If they don't see you, if they see you, at your desk and you got your robe on, you got your satin bonnet on, right? You got your coffee mug and you claim you working. Are they going to respect your business? They see you on a Zoom, your camera's off because you looking a hot mess, so you ain't on camera. Is negative Ned and negative Nancy going to respect your business? It's just not going to happen. So until you show your business respect, don't expect anybody else to show it respect. I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back who wasn't listening. Until you show your business respect, no one else is going to respect it either. So you have to set your household up for success. That means everybody who lives under your roof needs to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how they can support you so that you can do what you need to do. Down to the youngest person. When I started the business, I had a family meeting. Jace was only 6 years old. And I told my husband and Jace, I said, I need y'all to give mommy 2 years to build this business so that I can get us out of the financial hole that we're in. Because we were struggling. I couldn't even go to the dollar store to buy my son a toy. We were emptying out that 5-gallon water jug to put gas in the car. Anybody ever had to go through that? Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm not the only one. Y'all got that 5-gallon water jug and you put all your change in there? Yeah. We were digging in that to put gas in the car for the week. And I'm praying my mama ain't gonna call me and say she needs some money too. And I said, I need y'all to give me 2 years to build this business. What did that mean? That meant, boo, that's what I call my husband, y'all. Boo, you might come home from work and dinner's not ready. Guess what? Figure it out. Order something. Throw something in the oven. Get a pizza, whatever. I'm going to be working this business. And please make sure I eat too, because there's some times when I was going hard in the business, I didn't even eat. I forgot to eat. When you going hard and you fighting for financial freedom, you forget to eat. So until you've missed a meal, you ain't really working your business. Right? That meant my husband had to make sure Jace got his homework done, give him his bath, make sure he's in bed by 8 o'clock, because Tanisha's working the business. I needed their support. On the weekends, I don't have time to do Netflix and chill. I'm working the business. I'm traveling, doing private business receptions. I'm driving 3 hours to get to a meeting, a network marketing meeting, a presentation. It was 3 hours away. That's 3 hours there, 3 hours back. Those are the types. So you got to but my husband was on board. He wasn't mad that I was gone all the time. He didn't like it, but he knew why I was doing it. The key is you got to bring home the checks. Don't be spending all this time away from your family doing this, doing that, and you ain't bringing home the checks. That's why you got to be focused. They'll support you as long as they know there's light at the end of the tunnel and it's going to improve the situation, but you got to bring home the checks. Now, my situation was a little different, y'all. I see you, Shamika. My situation is a little different because I invited my husband to join the business when I first started, and he said, no, I don't want nothing to do with it. No, I'll take you to your meetings. I'll take notes if you need me, but I don't want nothing to do with it. Y'all know what I told my husband? I said, okay, that's fine. Because I respect it was his decision. I said, okay, if you don't help me make the money, you can't help me spend the money. That's what I told my husband, y'all. He was good with that. To this day, he can't tell you how much we make. He's in the business now, but he can't tell you how much, because you told me no the first time, so you don't get control of the money. I got that. Right? Shamika, and then I'm going to go to YouTube. I see we have some questions on YouTube. So YouTube, I'm coming to you in a second. Go ahead and type in any questions that you have or comments or feedback. I'm going to jump on YouTube and catch those comments in a second, but I want to go to you, Shamika.
I just said something real quick. When you were talking about when you're supposed to be specific with what you want. I have been specific, but I would say being specific, you need to be ready for those results. Because I was specific for some stuff and I was like, oh Lord, I didn't know you was gonna do it that fast. So you got to be ready when you specific and you speaking those stuff. So
absolutely. Oh, you nailed it. I'm so glad you said that. I remember once I had asked, I think we had a coffee break and I had asked how many people want to be a director. How many people want a director? Everybody's hand went up. And I said, okay, let me tell you what my Sundays look like. I got a 6 o'clock conference call. I got an 8 o'clock conference call. I got the corporate call at 9. And then I got another director call after that. Y'all ready for that? Yeah. And mostly everybody else, all they had to deal with was the corporate call at 9 o'clock. That's it. They were done. No, but as a director, to whom much is given, much is required. So yes, there are some leadership meetings that you have to participate in. So if you complaining about just the Sunday call at 9 because it's happening during your favorite show on Netflix, you ain't ready. You're not ready, right? You can't say you want to be a director, but then you got beef with somebody, you and your feelings about what somebody said on your team or in the organization, and you like, I ain't dealing with them, then you ain't ready to be a director because you got to deal with that stuff. So are you really ready? Are you ready to have the hard conversations with people when you need to? Are you ready to read more? Because you got to be able to pour into your team. So if you're not reading and working on your personal development, what are you bringing to the table to them? Are they out reading you? Just saying. So you're right, Shamika, you got to be ready for what you're asking for. Because being a leader comes with a lot of it's an awesome responsibility, as Mr. Moore says, but it comes with a lot of responsibility and you got to be ready for that. Let me go over to YouTube. We have Lady V is in the house. Happy Thursday. Grit and Grind Pascal is in the house. Great day. Nicole said during the pandemic, she was very depressed for quite a while. I did not snap back until the end of May, and then I was still inconsistent. You know, we're going to have some times of inconsistency, but as long as you're aware that you have that tendency to, you know, become inconsistent, then you can snap yourself out of it. And what's going to help you stay consistent, Nicole, is staying plugged in. If you're not plugged into the calls and the conference calls and the meetings and stuff, you're going to continue to be inconsistent. But if you stay plugged in, that will help you stay consistent. And also having that DMO, right? That list of tasks that you need to do. Maria says, for me, the pandemic rocked my world. Not only was I consumed by the narrative they were selling us on the news, but my plan A business was also rocked, and we went from $250,000 annually to zero revenue overnight. Wow. Since then, I have had to totally restructure every aspect of my life and businesses. We moved across the country and are still getting our bearings. That right there is a testimony for why you need to stay consistent in your business. It may be the only thing that pays you. So you got to get it while the getting's good. And one thing about network marketing that a lot of people don't realize is that The opportunity to make money in network marketing is a limited opportunity. It is based on timing and positioning. Every network marketing company goes into 4 stages: formulation, concentration, momentum, and stability. Formulation is when a brand new, group of people get together and say, oh, let's start a network marketing company. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Okay, so who do we want the key leaders to be? Let's get them involved. Let's have a talk about it. What do we want to sell? Where are we getting this product from or this service, right? Anybody who joins a network marketing company during formulation, if the company makes it long-term and you stick and stay and build a large team, you will become flat out wealthy. Flat out wealthy. The next stage after formulation is concentration. So now the company's in place, they got the key leaders in place, they got the product in place, and now they're going into the different markets saying, hey, we're Planet Marketing, we're the new kids on the block, come and join us. We're gonna make a lot of money. And by the way, our industry is travel, right? So anyone who joins a network marketing company during formulation, if the company makes it long-term and you build a large team, you will become flat out wealthy and make life-changing income. But formulation only happens up until the company gets to about 100,000 reps. Because once they hit around 100,000, now they go into momentum. Momentum is when pretty much now that your company is a household name. Everybody's heard of it. See, during concentration, nobody's heard of the company yet. You're still brand new. You're saying you haven't heard about us yet, but we about to be a household name. Join us, right? But with momentum, everybody's heard of it. And typically all those people that you exposed to your business and told you no, now they want to join because everybody else is joining and they have FOMO, fear of missing out. But now that they know about the company, even though you exposed them to the company, they might not join with you. They might join with somebody else because they're looking to see who has the biggest team, who's successful, who's consistent, who's moving and shaking. That's who I want to be with. Oh, I know Michelle, my cousin told me about the business, but she ain't consistent with nothing. She can't take me to where I want to go. Oh, I know Brenda told me about the business, but she only focused on travel. I'm trying to get this residual income. So just because you expose the person to the business during momentum, they may not join with you. They looking for who's the mover and the shaker, who got the biggest team, who offers the most support. That's who I want to be with. That's why I say when you guys are doing stuff with your team, you got to share that on social media so that people can see when you partner with me, I got you. I'm not going to just sign you up and leave you. I'm traveling here to help my team. I'm doing Facebook Lives with my team. We getting together and doing some social events. They need to see that because that's who they want to be with. If you're doing all that in secret, who knows about it? So yeah, you got to put it out there, not to brag, but as part of your marketing to say, this is what you get when you partner with me. So anybody who joins a network marketing company during momentum, you can make some decent money. You can make a lot of money, but you missed the window to become flat out wealthy because you took too long. You waited. You didn't join during formulation because you didn't think it was going to be anything. You didn't join during concentration because you said, I'm going to wait and see what you do with it first. Now you see we making money. Now you want to join. Okay, you can make some money too, but you missed the window to become flat out wealthy beyond anything you could ever dream of. And then the last stage is stability. Now the market is saturated. Everybody knows at least one Mary Kay rep, right? How many of y'all know at least one person that sells Mary Kay? Everybody knows at least one, right? And so if you were to, Mary Kay's been around for 60, 70 years. If you were to join Mary Kay today, great company, great products. But if you were to join Mary Kay today, what are your chances of becoming a millionaire? Slim and none. Why? Because Mary Kay is in stability. If you wanted to make $1 million with Mary Kay, you needed to join within the first 5 to 10 years before they hit 100,000 people. Right? All right, moving on. So to Maria's point, you want to stay consistent in your business because you never know when your business is going to be the only thing that's paying you. And I bet you Maria wished she would have went harder with her business before the pandemic. That's the point I was trying to make. Latin Wing said, sorry, I couldn't log on for some reason, but I've been watching on YouTube from the beginning. Fire training as always. Thank you. That's Victor. Hey, Victor. All right. Anybody else want to speak on this? We have 5 more minutes. Who else wants to speak on this topic today? Lanice?
I talking about Maria's comment about her plan A, her business, that she lost everything. And a lot of business owners went through that. They had to shift, restructure everything, including myself, which is why when I started this business, I knew that I needed to have a plan B, because you just never know. And the way 2020 took a lot of small businesses, a lot of businesses where we thought that this was like golden, it caused us to reevaluate. So it just really to add to your point, it's so important to have multiple streams of income. It's so important because even if it's not your job, if it's a business that, your baby that you've grown, a year like 2020 sent a lot of us back, to packing and figuring out what we do next. So I appreciate her sharing that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate her sharing that too. That was great. And listen, this is why network marketing is the best industry in the world, period. People who were building their businesses in network marketing, the pandemic may not have had a large effect on them as it could have. Right? Because they were already working from home. So I heard one of our, our CEO on one of our calls, actually our CFO, he was saying how Chase Bank called them up for a meeting. And he got on the call with Chase Bank, and Chase Bank was like, so, how are things? Y'all need anything? You need any loans or anything? This is during the pandemic. Like, nah, we're good. They're like, what do y'all do? Because we're seeing your bank account grow when so many people are struggling when they're in their business and you're thriving, right? And our CFO basically said, it's been business as usual. We have home-based businesses, so we were always at home. So that being on lockdown was nothing for us. We worked this from home anyway. And even though our product is travel, because people were building teams, their money didn't stop, right? My team grew by almost 500 people in 2020 because so many people realized, just like Lanice was saying, that they needed a plan B to go with their plan A. So network marketing is the best industry in the world, way before the pandemic even hit. But now more and more people realize that, yeah, that's where I needed to go. It wasn't starting a brick and mortar. There's so many people that snub their nose at network marketing. They're like, no, I'd rather have a brick and mortar. I'm not trying to do that home-based thing. I got this property in downtown Main Street and we got space and, storefront. Okay, you also got all that overhead. And the only people that know about your business are the people who walk down Main Street. My overhead over here is $60 a month. And I have access to the entire world. Who's winning? Right? When the pandemic hit, you had to close down your brick and mortar. My business was open. Right? When the pandemic hit, you didn't have any customers. I had a team. I was still making money residually. There was only 1 month during the pandemic that I saw my income decrease. 1 month. And then it rebounded the very next month. And when I say decrease, I'm saying it went down by like $100. But then the very next month replaced all those people who had quit on me. Some people panicked. You had a brand new, how many of you had brand new business partners that started in January and by March they had quit because they panicked? Lynn, you want to talk about that? You're
Yes.
like, Dad, you ain't even go through nothing yet. And you quit. Now's
Yes.
the time to not quit. Because
Not
what are you
quit.
quitting to go to? The
Exactly.
job that you can't go to? Talk about that, Lynn.
That is what I meant when I said my 2020 started off so wonderful, because that's when I was rebuilding my team. But then towards the middle, around that April, May, they were like, and I lost a lot of people. And that's when I really had to take inventory. And it's something that Mr. Moore has said. If they leave because of something that I didn't do, I have to take inventory and look at me. But if they leave because I still did what I was supposed to do and they still chose to leave, that's on them. And they did not see the value of the opportunity, even though I presented it to them. So at the end of the day, I was like, oh my gosh, it still was a gut check. And I still was like, oh my God, you have no idea. Why are you leaving? Even if you're, afraid or not making anything right now. Travel will never go away. It will never go away because people still travel for business, things like that. And people were still traveling during the pandemic, even when it was at its height. It slowed down, but it never stopped. And so I just was trying to get people to look at it differently. Now is the time to build. Then stop focusing on travel. Well, right, but how am I going to get them if nobody? So they just jump ship. But I had to look at it as maybe they were never supposed to be attached to me from the beginning. And if they come back, they come back. I'm here if they want to come back. And if they don't come back, then it was a blessing in disguise.
Absolutely. And to your point, in network marketing, you have to focus on the business opportunity and not the product. That's where a lot of people lost people, because your new business partner was focused on the product and not on the business. You got to focus on the business first, right? We are in the travel space. We sell travel agencies. And if you had been promoting booking travel and that's how you reeled them in, then when the pandemic hit, they didn't see the value anymore because they couldn't travel and they felt like the whole world was shut down. And that's why they left. So it might not have been because they weren't meant to be connected with you. It's how did they come in? What was their focus when they came in? And if you didn't do a good job at showing the value of building a team to create residual income, then they missed it. They didn't see how, oh, there's a pandemic. This is the time for me to really build, because now everybody's home and they're looking for ways to make money from home. That should have been the first thing that hit their mind. But all they were thinking about is, we're on lockdown and I can't take a flight. Nobody can take a flight or a train. That's all they saw. But if we lead with the business opportunity, right? People need income more than they need a vacation. The reason why people don't travel is because they don't have the money and don't have the time. So guess what? If you build a team, that's going to allow them to create the time and the money. So the product that we sell should be secondary to setting people financially free. You got to lead with the business opportunity. When it comes to sales, you start high, you end low. You start high, you end low. So you always talk about the business, get them excited about that. Entrepreneurship, 8 streams of it, or on the marketing side, 7 streams of income, monthly income, weekly income. That's what you want to get them excited about. And then if after they see that, if they decide, no, I don't want 7 streams of income. Nope, I don't want residual income. Nope, I don't care about leaving a legacy for my family. You can say, okay, you could become a travel agent and book travel and make that supplemental income. So typically any product or service that you're selling, that's where the supplemental income comes in. But when people tell you they want life-changing income, you have to build a team. You are not going to make life-changing income booking travel. You are not going to make life-changing income selling jewelry. You are not going to make right? That, because those are all based on volume, sales volume. It's all based on sales volume. And that fluctuate from month to month. And don't let another jewelry company come out. So now you done lost them. Because now people want to go to the next new shiny thing. Right? You sell makeup. Okay, that's great. Until the next makeup company comes out and they talk about theirs is all natural and organic. It makes you lose weight too. Right? Got to talk about building a team. That's where the longevity comes in. So this was an amazing stream today. Great topic. I want to thank the person that sent me that lovely message. I thought it was just an amazing topic because I know so many of us you know, definitely went through some struggles with the pandemic emotionally and mentally, and it knocked us off our game. But I'm thankful that everybody is back. Again, to all of you that are watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining in. Be sure you hit that like button if you like the content of our live stream today. Hit the notification button because as I put out new videos, you'll be able to get notified of that. And if you're watching and you're saying, wow, I need a plan B to go with my plan A. I want to start a home-based business and you're in the market for a home-based business, click the link below to request a request for more information with me. I can tell you about the opportunity that I'm in. It is in the travel space, right? We don't sell lotions and potions. We sell beaches and oceans. So if you're looking for a network marketing opportunity, you're in the market, you're researching, please get on my calendar for a request for more information so I can send you some information about my opportunity. I am always looking for sharp, ambitious, driven professionals that are willing to help people and willing to break the bank, because that's what me and my team, our champions, are doing. We are breaking the bank. So thank you all. Have an amazing, amazing day. And I'll see you next Thursday when we stream live again on Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha. Have a great day, everyone.